believe it's like 10 o'clock and I barely just uploaded my video. That was crap. I didn't mean to do that. I got stuck in playing a stupid game. I hate that. The worst part is I haven't been freaking vlogging at all day. I thought I vlogged earlier and I looked and I checked this thing and I was like, there's nothing on there. Oops. Justin just went to bed. So, I was reading this article on Reddit about veganism, and there's this person that asking why you went vegan or vegan, because the person, he or she, I don't remember who it was, but they had just learned about veganism, that there was a difference between a vegan and a vegetarian, and they really wondered why, and I'd been thinking about why I went vegan, or what the events that led to me being vegan. So yeah. I don't know, so I guess I just kind of wanted to answer in this vlog that, so let me see. I guess I'd like to start with like, what are like some of the events that led towards me being vegan. First and foremost, I would call myself a pretty big food connoisseur for like most of my life. I love food that tastes good, and this is how I used to view food. I believe that ignorance is bliss. That's what I used to believe. Not anymore, but I was ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know where or what my food is or comes from. I didn't care what I was putting in my body or what I was eating. So I didn't care, and I care now, but I didn't care what went into my body. I really just wanted good tasting food that would be cheap, easy, and something quick and reliable. So that's pretty much where I was at when that was my, you know, my whole my whole feeling towards food is it's cheap, tastes good, and I could eat it. So that's how generally I was yeah. I'd have to say the biggest part in that portrayal of how I used to be when eating is my ignorance, is how I really wanted to be ignorant of what was going in my food. I really wanted to. I didn't even want to wonder why vegetarians were doing what they were doing or why vegans were doing what they were doing. I didn't want to know. I wanted to just stay completely ignorant. And I think that's what was really my downfall of why I became vegan, is because I knew one day that I was going to likely not be ignorant, but I wanted to deny so much, and that's what I did for most of my life, and it was crazy, and yeah, crazy. So as I was denying, slowly, I let up. I let that veil of ignorance, you know, kind of rise a little bit. And as I read and I actually researched and wanted to know whether or not I was eating things that were good for my body or not, it just kind of lifted that veil up, and it helped. It helped me a lot because I feel like clearer as far as I see the world in a totally different light, and I don't know. It's just it's pretty awesome. I think one of the problems with veganism is because everybody is so used to getting, you know, meat, and then it just takes care of everything as far as all your minerals and vitamins and stuff. But what people ignore is the stuff that comes with it that's bad as well. Whereas with vegetables, you don't get it as much, or I don't know how much is really bad about vegetables, but besides sometimes they don't taste very good if you don't cook them right. Because if you cook a vegetable right, you can be awesome. It can be an awesome experience. But yeah, the good thing about veganism, it's not just vegetables. You have the things that I love, like rice and they make these like awesome vegan cheeses, and there's just so many things that I didn't even think about eating as a vegan that you can eat. And I just don't get it when people say you're limiting yourself as far as I'm sorry, my kitty's running around, but I don't really see, because I see meat more as a limiting thing, because with meat I see there's so many things, and they're always like, it seems like there's a copy. It's a sandwich, it's like just a slab of meat and just eating the meat, and I see it just the same thing over and over again. Usually it's like a hamburger, you see, or like a big slab of meat, like meatloaf or steak or something, just alone that they're eating. And I don't see very much, creativity except for in spices. And hey, guess what? That's the same way veganism works, is with like tofu or with seitan, and it's just the same thing when it comes to that. But I know that some people just prefer meat or whatever, but that's okay. That's their choice. And I think just it's a little bit ignorant of people, because it takes so much more actual food to feed those animals than it would take to feed us. You could spend so much more of that food on us instead of on these animals to feed us, because you don't get as much food from the animals as you get from that you're feeding into the animals. I don't know. I think I'm done with this rant. In the end, I don't want people to feel guilty for what they're doing. Well, I don't know. But I don't want them to have to feel guilty. If this is the way, you're eating and you feel good about that with what you're eating, go for it. I'm not going to bring anybody down for what they're doing, because that's your choice, and I can't affect your choices. And I don't really want to affect your choices so much as I want to, spread information. Information is golden. Don't stay ignorant. And I know a lot of people are saying you can't get all the nutrients and all this stuff. Yes, you can. The only thing that vegans can't have, they don't really get, but you can get if you actually eat food that like straight from the ground and don't wash it. Yeah, you'll get your B12 that way. But but that's the only thing, is vitamin B12 is that vegetarians have to take or vegans have to take a supplement for. And not only vegans aren't the only ones that need vitamin B12 supplements. So I don't know. Ken came over for a little bit today. I'm sorry. I'm tired from that weird rant. I don't know how much I'm gonna actually upload of that weird little rant, cause I try to not be so vulgar. Not vulgar. I don't know. Offensive. I don't like to be offensive, but I like to state my opinion. So I'm gonna have part of my rant up there. So you'll see. Well, you'll probably have already seen it by now. But yeah. But yeah, I was saying, Ken came by and he just watched me play DC Universe for a little bit, and then I got lost and he decided to go away. Then I ate like lunch and dinner, and then I decided to play for a little bit longer until little man went to bed, and then me and Justin watched Castle. That was fun. I like Castle. Yeah, Castle's cool. I don't know. Do you know who Nathan Fillion is? He's pretty awesome. He's from the movie Serenity and the TV show Firefly, which were both amazing and awesome. And he's in Castle. He is Castle, and it's a really great film, huh, kitty? Oh, I know. I know. Oh, I'm tired. I got some editing to do today or tomorrow, don't I, little one? Yeah. I pretty much like recorded me just ranting in like this long, crazy, just long rant. So I'm gonna cut it up, and because I don't want to offend anybody. But I'm just telling, stuff that I heard and looked up all this stuff on the internet, and not everything on the internet is true. That's why you look at multiple sources. But that's what I usually do whenever I'm looking up things, and you look at multiple different sources, and then you look at people that say those sources are wrong or not wrong, and and often you'll look at these like studies and stuff like that, and no one disputes them. No one like really looks at them and disputes them, or they will take something that they did say and pull it out of context, which is really crappy. I hate when they do that. Ken did, on the underhand, right here. On the other hand, bring over his PC for me to fix. Yeah, he and I have the same like motherboard inside our PC, which is just like the the board that connects everything. I'm assuming you're using a PC or either like a Wii or something to watch this. But yeah, he's pretty much. I'm gonna swap it out. I'm giving him my old motherboard, and we're gonna swap my motherboard out with its current processor and its RAM. Well, I'm gonna swap the RAM that's in his and put it into mine because he has more RAM. He actually has the RAM that I gave him from a long time ago, and I'm gonna see if his power supply's okay or not. And I'm getting nerdy. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I'm just talking up a storm tonight. I think I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. And Mia says goodnight. Huh, Mia? Oh, I know. Mia, say goodnight. Okay. What a lovely kitty.